Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you, wherever you may be. It is currently 3:15 a.m. in the morning on the 16th of March, 2025. That's Joey. He's watching at the window. I'm sure he's seeing little things flying about there that I can't see. Anyway, that's why the camera's angled like that. It's so you can see Joey. And he's going to try and, he's going to get his claws caught again into the fly wire. Anyway, why am I here? I'm here to confess. I just pull up the thing out. It's actually raining, which is just such a blessing. It's raining for the first time in about, I can't remember, a week maybe. The last 5 days have been absolute hell for me. It's been so hot and horrible. The temperature has finally, thankfully, dropped by 10 degrees, no, more, 12 degrees Celsius, which is a lot of degrees Fahrenheit. But before the temperature dropped, I did some frogging. Both of the socks that I cast on at the beginning of the month or a week or so ago have been frogged. I've had various issues with both of them. The one from this book that I had chosen to let the man who lives in my phone choose the design, and he chose this as the design. Yeah. I did the cuff 2 or 3 times. If you may or may not be able to see, the cuff is made with 3 rows of bubbles. Now, if you're a crocheter like me, I crochet too, and you have ever complained, and I have never, I don't think, about bubbles or popcorns or whatever you want to call them in crochet, it is nothing compared with bubbles in knitting. It does your head in. Especially also when you are changing colour for each bubble. So the first time I did it the way it said to do it, with a background colour and the bubbles in a separate colour. But I found that there was too much gap between my bubble and my stitches in between the bubbles, so I frogged it. Then I thought, okay, I'm going to do the bubbles in the same colour as the background. That wasn't so bad, but I'd only done 2 rows of the bubbles and they were just doing my head in. So I thought, okay, 3rd time lucky. So I did the bubbles again, but I only did 1 row. I did the middle row. So I had a few stitches of the background, then changed colour just for the bubble light row, then went back to a solid colour again. I was okay with that. Then I went on to the next section, which was called the Flying Swallows. And it's really hard to see, but like in one stitch you're supposed to do two knit stitches and 1 yarn over twice. A yarn over twice, yeah. I misread the pattern. I read the pattern, but this is what happens when it's hot. This is why I hate the heat. I'm blaming the heat. I've got to blame something. Otherwise I blame my own inadequacies, and I'd much rather blame the heat. It's much more fun. And I read the pattern, and instead of doing in 1 stitch, knit stitch, yarn over twice, knit stitch, and then go to the next stitch, what I was doing that over 2 stitches. So I was knitting 1 stitch, doing 2 yarn overs, and then going into the next stitch with a knit stitch. So, yeah, it didn't work. I was losing stitch count, and it wasn't looking like the picture, and so I frogged it, and then I tried it again and I thought, it's just not going to work the way they're telling me it's going to work. So I got the bright idea, amazingly, of looking on YouTube to see if anyone's done a tutorial on the flying swallows, and someone had, yay! And that's what I noticed, that the 2 knit stitches and the double yarn over is meant to go in 1 stitch. So I thought, okay, I'll give it one more go. I wasn't loving it. I really wasn't. One of the yarns I was using was really a lot rougher than the other, despite being the same yarn company, etc. And we know that that happens. We know that some colours tend to be softer than other colours and all the rest of it, but I just wasn't enjoying it. So I frogged both of the socks. Then, my other pair of socks, Stephen West socks, I started them first in a variegated yarn, even though it was a geometric design on it that was created with knit and purl stitches. I thought, no, it might be okay. It wasn't okay. So I frogged it after doing the cuff and then doing a bit of the pattern. I thought, 1 repeat of the pattern, I thought, I've got to frog this. It's not showing up very well. So I frogged it and started again with a solid colour, thinking this would be better. And I did it with a solid colour, again, 1 repeat of the solid colour after I'd done the cuff. And I don't know, I just did not like it. I didn't like the look of it. I'm not really much into geometric shapes when it comes to adding them in a knitting way. Although I am doing, or will be doing, some more tutorials on knitting shapes like that, but I'm just not into them myself. But I know I accept that there are other people who do like it. So that was that pair of socks frogged. It is only the 16th of March now, as I said. Did I? I can't remember. And it's about 3:23 a.m. now, in case I didn't say before. So I thought, okay, now that the heat's gone, and I still got a headache from the heat, but that'll go soon. Now that the heat's gone, I might be able to concentrate better on something. So, and I still need to do at least 1 pair of socks. And I'm still wondering whether it should be this pair or the Stephen. I don't want to do the Stephen West, so, but I still do need to do 1 pair. So I'm thinking maybe if I do this pattern, but with a different yarn, or I do a crochet sock pattern. And the crochet sock pattern I have been thinking of doing is Olga Poltova's The Perfect Crochet Socks pattern. She has, I didn't realize, she has 6 different patterns. Some of them, she dropped a video today on how to adjust the sizing on her crocheted socks, because there was a bit of a issue, and that's all I'm going to say about that. There was a bit of an issue from one content creator who expressed their displeasure at not having sizes in them, despite the fact that there was a comment made by Olga on her channel explaining how to resize, and despite other issues. Anyway, there was an unhappy customer. So Olga being Olga, I mean, she's got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of customers, but Olga being Olga, one customer, not happy, I would do something. And she posted today a video on how to resize and adjust sizes just for that one person, basically, because from what I understand, other people had either contacted her directly, like Olga's always saying, if you have a problem with the pattern, please email me or comment and I will help you. And she does. This is proof of that. So she's done a whole video now on how to adjust these socks, crochet socks. And I really love the way she's done the format of the crochet socks. because if you have ever knitted a pair of socks, the format is almost the same. You do, it goes from toe up, and you do like a heel flap, and then you do your gusset, and then you join your gusset to your base and all that. So it's very much like if you've knitted a pair of socks, then it's going to feel very familiar to you crocheting her socks. But she was saying that that pair, her perfect pair, and her pair for chubby feet, which she made for her dad who has diabetes, she called them first, I think she called them for chunky feet, she said. But then somebody, in her comments said, oh, no, had sort of said, oh, I love this pattern because I've got really chubby feet. And Olga so loved the use of the word chubby, so she changed the pattern to chubby feet instead. But anyway, those two patterns are designed as socks that you can wear in shoes, whereas she admits that the other ones she's done are more bed socks and slipper socks sort of thing. But yeah, so I'm gonna take that challenge on. I think I might do that as well as a pair of socks, and crochet a pair of socks, because I've always wanted to. And like I said, when I read through her pattern when I got it, and I thought, it's just like, it's the way I pictured doing a crocheted pair of socks, doing it exactly the same sort of format as a knit pair of socks, only crochet. So it should work. Anyway, so I don't know how I've gone to that, but that I might do that, or I might still do this in a different color. I don't know. The only project that was saved from being frogged has been my oh, the cats have disappeared now. The only project that's been saved from being frogged was my hooker versus hooker, and I was thinking a little bit more about that a few minutes ago before I started the video, and I think I will probably continue making that, but it's also going to be very big, and that's putting me off making it, so I don't know. But I'm hoping, like I say, I'm hoping with the temperature drop, although the temperature we are told is going to increase again next Tuesday, but I am hoping that with the temperature drop, maybe we have actually truly and finally started our autumn. It's really late coming. Autumn seems to hit us later and later every year lately. But anyway, so my plan is still to try and get a pair of socks done, whether it be a crochet pair or a knit pair, and it might even be both. It's not going to be the Stephen West socks, even though I acknowledge that the geometric design is probably loads of people's ticket. They probably love it. It's just not something I'm really keen on knitting myself. So yeah, so it might be this one. But if it's this one, I might have to get the man who lives in my phone to select a different sock. And if I do that, because I wasn't going to veto any, but I'm really thinking I may need to veto a few, because, yeah, my brain. But I've also got this desire. I've got some yarn. As you know, I've got some lovely sock yarn that came the other day. But I've also got, let me dig it out. I've got this beautiful, beautiful, and it's just a cream, like fingering weight, 4-weight. It's really, really beautiful. 100% merino wool. It's got no nylon in it, so I can't really use it for sock yarn. But I did think it might, and I've got 2 or 3 balls of this, and they've got like 720 meters a ball, I think, from memory. Where did I put the tag? spot on, 720 meters of a ball. This is a luxury. It's called their luxury one, and it's 4-ply. And it's 100% wool, but it's machine washed. I want to do a shawl, and I was going to do the Sundance shawl, but I don't know. I know Sunita did it, and she sort of had a lot of hate relationship with it. And I don't mind doing trebles, so I don't think I would mind actually doing it. I think that was Sunita's issue mainly, was all the trebles. So I don't know whether to do that one or find another one. I really want to do a nice lacy cream. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's cream. Yeah, it's cream color. Shawl. But I've got to find a really nice lacy one. And it can be crocheted or knit. So if you know of a crochet or knit pattern that you think is really lovely, it can be really, it needs to be for 4-ply. It needs to be really intricate and really lacy and drapey. If you've got one or know of one, please leave the name and the designer's name in the comment section, or even drop the link to the pattern so that I can go and have a look at it. I'd really appreciate that. I'd really appreciate the help in finding one, because I find all these patterns and then I go, but I like this bit only, and I like that bit of that one, but I'm not clever enough to put the two together, so I don't know. So I really want to make a shawl as well. And I'm still on the daughter's jumper, but that doesn't need to be finished until probably October, when I really probably should need to get it into the post for Christmas for her. I've also got a load of stuff here that needs to go off, because this is going to be my baby month, because I've got a lot of baby knits squished in here. There's a duck and some socks for my daughter and some socks for her wife-to-be, and then there's the duck slippers, which turned out okay. Then there's a baby hat, or 2 baby hats, and yeah, so this month was going to be my baby month of making baby stuff. So maybe I'll make some baby socks. It could be an option. I still want to do some socks, but I also want to do a shawl. So yeah. Oh, it's so nice to be able to breathe again. And not have the air filled with humidity and heat or whatever. Not humidity, because it's humid now because it's raining. There's something about hot air that really makes me breathe funny. Yeah, so it might be crochet socks. It might be knit socks. It might be one of these. I might get the man in my phone to pick a better pattern, and I might challenge Jules from Jules Crafts to do the pattern with me, because she's got the book. She got the book. So we could tackle that together. I might talk to her about that. That's a good idea. We could both start together then. I know she's doing the Stephen West socks from last month, this month. And I might be able to convince her to do it. That's a good idea, Sam. Chat with Jules. Jules, I know you're probably watching, because she watches most of my videos. Let me know if you think that's a great idea in the comments, because I'm not loving the pattern that the man in my phone picked. So maybe, together we can come up with something. And then maybe that will spur me on a bit more. Okay, I'm waffling now. Oh, it's so nice to be cool. You've got no idea. No idea how nice it is to be cool. Yeah. So basically I just came on to say, I suck at making anything, and I frogged everything, and I can't make up my mind what else to do, but I need to do something because I'm going to go out of my mind if I don't pick up a hook and start on, or knitting needles and start on something soon. So yeah, give me some suggestions. Knit and or crochet shawls. And I've got plenty of yarn in 4-ply. So, you know, please just throw your design. I was also thinking about the Hearts collection, I think it's called. But I don't want to do the in the Hearts collection's shawl. She does a heart motif first and then does the shawl from that. I don't want to do the heart motif separately or first. I want to just do a shawl. So don't send me that one. But I do like the way that that ends with all the rippling, all the you know, yeah, rippling, all the what would you call it? Rippling, no, waves, whatever. Really great ruffled edge, ruffles. That's the word I'm thinking of. Yeah, so I'm sort of dismissing Sundance for the moment and dismissing Hearts collection for the moment. I've got loads and loads of patterns for shawls. I just need to pick one and stick with one and do one. So anyway, that's it for me. I just wanted to just let you know I'm a failure and I suck. But I'm gonna keep going, and that's just, yeah, I'm just gonna keep persisting. At least now I do frog my failures. I got to this, I used to decades ago. If I failed at something, I would just put it aside and never frog it or go near it again. And I wasted so much time and effort and yarn that way. At least now I do frog my stuff before I sort of, you know, when I give up on it. So yeah. All right. So thanks for watching again. I don't know why I've got this stuck on my thumb. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please, if you got this far and you liked what you saw, give me a like. Give me a comment. What shawl should I make? And I will see you next time. And maybe next time with my next update, it'll be a little bit better because it might include some more cast-ons or chain-ons, whatever. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye for now.